Baker School was founded 20 years ago in 1996 by a group of really brilliant educators. Ella J. Baker was a real giant civil rights organizer, an unsung hero in the civil rights movement. She really believed in the power of young people to make a difference in their life. She believed that by organizing young people to study and think about what their options were, what the issues were.
She let the people lead to make them feel more confident. It's not all about being the leader. It's about giving other people a chance to be strong and to not let their guard down.
I think the school does try to take seriously the legacy of its namesake. It takes seriously the history of the civil rights movement.
Who are the people who make up stereotypes? People. So who can break them? People. Right. It's up to you.
Just because I am Mexican does not mean I am illegal, does not mean I crossed the border, does not mean I can run fast.
If the world would be a perfect place and brother would not feel scared to wear hoods, sweatpants, and sneakers for fear the police might get their own impression.
Public education is the backbone of our democracy. So to know that social justice could be a focus at this school, for me it's been really exciting.
They teach you to be conscious, at a very, very, very young age. That's just part of the heartbeat of the school. My daughters, I've watched them grow into little activists. Like, they fight for rights outside of the school. They see some sort of injustice, they know to speak up.
We've been different from the get-go. We were created to be an option for parents that worked in the neighborhood. Parents come from all over New York City, so we were able to start offering a choice and what would be called progressive education, hands-on education. It's an unzoned school. It's small. We're from pre-K through 8th grade. Children stay with the same teacher for 2 years.
We have multi-aging, younger kids and older kids working in the same classroom. And it's a mentor-mentee relationship. We have a thing called work time, where students get to build and experiment. Our middle schoolers are going to the East River and planting oysters in the harbor and watching them grow. And it's part of what we do here. It's living it. We know to be a part of it is the way you learn it.
One of our tasks a few years ago was to create a self-contained, what's called aquaponics system, where we grow vegetables, we grow fish. We were in the Wall Street Journal and CBS, and then eventually we did a TED Talk. And I had a few kids come up and speak with me on stage, and the whole class came and sat in the audience.
Yes, you color-coded the angles, A as pink, B as...
I remember the very first time I came to visit the school, you just see the students have a very strong sense of ownership and membership in this community.
There's a lot of engagement, and the learning philosophy, people really live it every day.
If I say to you, that tree leaf is green.
They'll say, why, Daddy? Why do you think it's green? Maybe if we rip it open and see how chlorophyll and the process.
Depending on the time of the year,
right?
It might not be green.
They're teaching us is what it's really turned into.
I was just sitting out in the hallway with 2 Ella Baker students, and there's a sign on the wall that just says, let's talk about it. And they said, I wonder what this sign is about. And then one of them said, well, it's like if you get in an argument, you should talk about it. And the other one said, well, what if you got a different answer to your math problem? Wouldn't you want to talk about that too? And it was just such a cool reflection on the school that just let's talk about it. As far as they're concerned, that applies to everything that they do.
It's just a joy to just come in and say hello to anyone at Ella Baker.
I know that when I send my kids here, they're being cared for, almost the way I do.
For me, it's simple. All children want to feel loved. All children want to be understood and feel acknowledged.
Good morning. Good morning, Della. Thank you. And then I open up the door for them.
I am Josh. I am not Mr. Satin. There's a familiarity that I think that we have where it isn't top down.
There's the feeling among the teachers, and I think we carry this to the kids, that your success is my success. If you're not with me, I'm gonna work to bring you up with me.
teaching empathy, teaching how to be a citizen, teaching how to be a part of a community, small community, larger community. I am allowed to do that here.
Every day, my children come in and bring all what they had done the day we're having dinner, and they'll talk about their main thing, which is the work time. And from the work time, I will have the whole story of the day. I don't have to ask so many questions.
I've seen children graduate from Ella Baker. I've asked children who've come back to visit, tell me about your life. How are you doing? And they've always said they find learning joyful. They look at teachers and see people who are accessible. They have such a strong sense of themselves.
One day, when the glory comes, it'll be ours, it'll be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure.
Developing a voice and knowing who you are and having a place in the world, whether you're 4 or whether you're 14, I think gives one the confidence to take on the world.